Hi Flosstube, Baloney Stitches again for my second video. I have a ton of stuff to show you that's way more cross stitch related this time. So let's get started. I'm doing it by my Christmas tree today because I love Christmas and I wanted to show you my beautiful bottom of my tree. And then there's little Boo Boo. Her name's Melena, but we call her Millie Boo Boo Child. And that was okay, Melena. She's been doing that. She has something against Christmas presents or something. Okay, so it's super early in the morning. I have the day off, and my boyfriend probably only works a half day today, so I wanted to do this when I was alone. So he'll probably make fun of me. So I have my morning coffee, and let's get started. Okay, so I started cross-stitching about 3 years ago. I took a really long break because I was doing a program to get into grad school, so I was in school full-time and I was working full-time and I didn't have time for anything, and when I did nothing. So I took a long break, so I have like a couple small projects, like my first project ever, and then I started doing it again. What actually happened is that one day I was on YouTube looking up ways to, sorry, the cat's playing with the chair that the computer's on, so it's shaking. She's so cute. I was looking up Flosstube videos, or I was looking up YouTube videos to figure out how to like organize my cross stitching and how to be better. So I came across Pam's Crafty Corner. Hi Pam, if you ever watch this. And I came across her video on how to organize your cross stitch and how to do a full coverage piece. And she kind of inspired me to do a full coverage piece. She kind of really inspired me to like make cross stitching a huge part of my life. I mentioned her in my last video because she's very comforting for some reason to me. So I watched all of her videos, and then I kind of started watching other Flosstube videos, and so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to show you some of my first ever FOs and WIPs and whatnot. I have this big pink box that I keep a bunch of craft stuff in. I also have some other FOs to show you that I finished recently, and my WIP, and I was going to show you my stash, and I was going to do a tag, and some other stuff to show you. So, anyway, my very first cross stitch was a little dimensions kit that I bought on Amazon, and it had the pattern stamped on there, and I literally just like read the instructions and went with it. Like, I didn't really have anyone to teach me how to cross stitch until I found Flosstube. So get out of there. So this was my very first FO, and it's so cute. And I actually wanted it to say "Home is where my cat is," but the pattern was already stamped on there, so this is what we have. And it was fun, and it was cute, and I don't know, I liked it. And I actually think these were just supposed to be like one little knot, but I filled it in because I didn't like it. No, please don't eat that. She eats everything. She literally eats everything. I one time spent more money than I had to get plastic bag and human hair and rubber bands out of her stomach because she eats everything. She's a little fat. Anyway, moving on. So then, my second project, my sister is a really good artist. She paints and she draws. She actually stopped after our mom died 9 years ago, and she just recently started again. if you want to check her out, she has some of her paintings. I think her Instagram account is Ashley, ASHLEIGH Suggs. I'll put it down at the bottom just in case you want to check it out. Anyway, so I love mermaids. I'm really picky about the mermaids I like, though. I like Disney mermaids, like beautiful green tails and beautiful red, purple, green hair. So she drew me a little pattern. It was like a mermaid sitting on a rock, and I was just going to color it in. I had no idea what I was doing. For some reason, I didn't put together that you're supposed to fill in every little tiny block. So it's pretty bad. And then also, by the time I got to the water, I was working on it at work, and I didn't use DMC. I used Loops and Threads, I think it's called. Just this like giant bag of it I had, and they don't come individually at Michael's. They come in big bags. And I didn't have. So I was working on the water, and I was working out at work, and I think I left it at work, and I think it might have fallen on the floor, and I think the cleaning crew threw it away. So, like, a third of the way through the water, I had to change the blue because I didn't want to buy another giant package of floss that I didn't need. And then I was like, it looks weird if it's just 1/3 and 2/3, so there's 3 different colors. I'll show you. It's pretty bad. So this was my second ever one. I didn't have a pattern. My sister just drew it, and I colored it in. And as you can see, like, this is really terrible. I had no idea what I was doing. By the time I got to the water, I figured it out, but as you can tell, there's no grading, there's no blending it in, it's just a bunch of different colors. But I also love it because she's so pretty and perfect, and I wish I was a cartoon mermaid. Anyway, so that was my second one. My third one was a practice one, and this is the project that I realized that I'm terrible at counting. I messed up so many times, and I got so exasperated that there was a point where I was like, I'm leaving it in. I don't even care. So I also didn't have DMC floss on this either. I knew nothing. I didn't know anything. So I didn't have DMC floss on this one either. So I just substituted colors. Like, this one looks pretty. I also didn't do any back stitching on this one because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was kind of sick of the piece by the time I got done with it. But this was my third one. I have the pattern here. It's like Polish flowers or something. I saw it on Etsy. And as you can tell, like right in here, my counting got off, and it's supposed to look like that. Actually, I can't remember which one's messed up. See, I don't even remember. Not that big of a deal. It's actually supposed to be like this. There we go. Yeah, I was pretty proud of it. It was fun. I liked the colors. I will probably never frame any of these because, you know, whatever. My next one was a project that was for my work bestie. It had a swear word in it, so excuse my language, but it said, nasty women get shit done. And it was just all black lettering and some like purple flowers. I don't have it because she has it. But I will try to put a link down there for a picture. I have a picture, but it's not like on Instagram or anything, so I have to figure that out. That one was really easy, and it helped me get my stitching down and my tension down and help me count. Apparently that's a thing. And my next project was for my best friend. I started it in March, and then, sorry, my back hurts so bad. I've been having really bad shoulder pains for the last week. It's probably a heart attack. Anyway, it was of Disney princesses, like side views of Disney princesses. It was supposed to be like all the original princesses and then 4 more, like Rapunzel and Tiana and the 2 Frozen sisters, Elsa and Anna. Excuse me. But I started it the wrong way on the cloth. I am very good at preparing things. And so I didn't have enough room to put all 12 on there. And so I just did the original princesses. I also am terrible at counting on that one as well. And I made a ton of mistakes and I had to frog it all out. And it was really annoying. I started it in March. She had been gone in Wisconsin for like a year and a half because her boyfriend was going to grad school, and then they moved to Oregon for 5 months because he was doing an internship, and so it was like a welcome back present for June. That didn't happen. Her birthday's in July. That didn't happen. So then by September, her and I went to Boise together for our other best friend's baby shower, and finally got it done. So that's on my Instagram. I'll post a link to that because that's easier. And it's cute and it was fun, but I gotta be honest, by the time I was on The Last Princess, I was like, I am over this project. It was a pain in my butt, but whatever. So that was the next one. Then I started my Jaws project, and I'll show you the progress that I've gotten on that one, and I started a new start yesterday, and it's so cute. But before we get there, I mentioned a deer project that I was doing, like a little deer cross stitch that I was doing at work, and I finally finished it. It's really small, and I also started to hate him by the end of it, but now that he's finished, he's really cute. I have no idea what to do with it. I think I'm gonna try to make an ornament out of it somehow. It's gonna be kind of a big ornament, but whatever. So this is him. So you probably can't really see it, but this is white. It was like B5200. It was supposed to be pink, and I didn't like that, so I made him white. You can see it more in real life. But you just can't really see it on here. This is not like an oatmeal cloth. It's 16 count, I believe. Yeah, and he's real cute, and it was fun, and it was supposed to be fast, but I lost motivation for him like halfway through, so whatever. But yeah, I like him now. I just don't know what to do with him. I think it was more just to like take my time up at work on lunch breaks and whatever. Yeah, that's him. I have another FO, but I got overzealous and I already gave it away. It was an ornament for my sister. She has a little black cat, and she's just this big fur ball. She shaves her during the summer, and she's literally this big around. But during the winter, she's like this big around. She's just all fur. And she's the sweetest cat on the entire planet. She has these big green eyes, and her name's Rooster. And we call her Roo, and Rudy, and Rudy Tooty. All sorts of names. So I made her a little ornament. It was in just like a 4-inch hoop, and it said "You, Me, and Roo" for her and her husband and Rooster. And I'll post a picture of that because it's on my Instagram as well. But I gave it away because I was really excited because it was really cute, and it had little blue snowflakes on it. I went on Stitch Fiddle, and I just kind of, you can like make your own pattern. Sorry, I'm having like head congestion problems today. And I just did it on the computer so that I would kind of, because I didn't have a hoop with me because I was at work, because it was after I finished the reindeer, and I was like, oh, I have red thread on me today, so I'll just whatever. But it turned out really cute, and I was really proud of myself because it was all me, and I made up the little snowflakes. It was so cute. I just backstitched down and backstitched across, and then put stitch like half stitches here and half stitches here. It was really cute. I'll post a picture of it, or I'll post a link of it to my Instagram account, if you care. Okay, moving on. I wanted to show you my stash and how I organize my cross stitch because why not? First of all, I have this binder. On the back is this, I can't remember what these are called, but they were like, it was like a book of bunnies that like don't know how to celebrate holidays or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But also, just in case you were wondering, my real name is Simone. And that's where Baloney Stitches comes in, because ever since I was little, people call me Simone Baloney, and then it's just been shortened to Baloney. Like, basically everyone that's close to me calls me either Baloney or Simon. When I was little, it bothered me. Now it's endearing, so whatever. I'm Baloney now. And I mentioned that because it says to Simone Baloney on the top. She drew it in high school. I put it in here. I've had this binder since high school, a long time ago. So whatever. So this is where I keep, I'm not going to show you the actual, I'll back it up so you can't see it, but this is where I keep all of my patterns. I put them in little clear bindings, and then and then I just keep them in here. So this is my Peter the Rabbit one that one day I'm going to do. It's for my sister. Neither one of us have kids. Neither one of us are really planning on having kids. So I wanted to do this one for, you can't really see it because of the glare, but I wanted to do that one for my sister because she loves Peter the Rabbit, and she once told me that she was going to do like her nursery and Peter the Rabbit if she ever had a kid. So if one day she gets pregnant, I will start that project. That's not today though. This was the Polish flowers that I showed you. I have a pattern in here from when I bought, last time I told you about my Battle Royale with DMC floss, and then not having the colors I needed, and they gave me a little pattern when I bought the package of floss that I didn't freaking need. Whatever. Here's my deer one. So, oh, this is for the ornament. So I just made those up. It's not in color. I don't have a color printer. I print it all off at work. And I work for the government, so we don't have colored printers. And I bought this pattern like 2 months ago because I wanted to do a Christmas pattern. And it's Stitch Rovia Christmas Town. Probably can't really see it. It's not in color. It's really small. And I took too long to do the deer, so I never started that one. So my goal is hopefully to do it next year because it's really cute and it's colorful and I like it. But couldn't do it this year. So that's where I keep all my patterns. Same with my Jaws pattern. I just unclipped it and I just keep the whole pattern in that nice plastic cover, and then just take out the page I'm working on and put it on my needle minder on my pattern, and donezo. Okay, next. I love the way Pam from Pam Crafty Corner organizes her cross stitch. I love the like little bags with the index cards, and on one side's the whole floss, and on the other side's floss that you used and whatever. And I love that. However, I have the world's most thoughtful boyfriend on the planet. I'm not complaining because he's just so thoughtful, but he's the world's best gift giver, and I'm the world's worst gift giver. Like, I'm not good at gifts. I'm not good at thoughtful gifts. I show my love in different ways, but he'll remember something that I wanted, that I like mentioned in passing 6 months ago, and then I get it for my birthday or for Christmas or for Valentine's Day or whatever. So the point of this was that he surprised me on Valentine's Day this year with a whole bunch of cross-stitching supplies. He's so cute. So this was the main thing he bought me. It's this little travel kit. You've probably seen it at like Michael's or whatever. And then you open it up, and it has these little binder things. Okay. And then it has, I thought I had a blank one, but I don't. It has these little plastic bobbin things. And so you just put your floss on it, and then I think you're technically supposed to write the number, or you're supposed to, this isn't the right thing, but you're just supposed to slip the number on here. But they kept falling out when I put them in the plastic binder things because they're new and they're not, they're not loose. And so they kept falling off. So I just took tape, Scotch tape, and put it on there and wrote it. And I also wrote the little symbol. So I don't keep all of my floss in here. Oh, here's a blank one. See? And you just put it on there. You don't have to unravel it. I just take it off and slip it on. I don't put all of my floss in here. I only put the floss in here of the project I'm working on. So right now in here are all the Jaws colors. I think the cat just flipped her water bowl over. People say they have cats so that they don't even really know they have a pet. That is not the case with her. She literally is always getting into stuff she's not supposed to get into. She puts things in her water dish, tips her water dish over. I think she's bored. I love her dearly. She's just rambunctious. Anyway, so, and it has these little pockets. So I put, there's a puzzle piece in this one. That's good. Okay. Anyway, these are little, I used to put them, the little, like, pieces that I wasn't using in little bags. I don't do that anymore, so now there's just a pocket full of those. That's good. I made my own cards for the string that can't go back on the bobbin for the project I'm working on. So that way I'm not, like, wasting a ton of floss. So I just made punch holes in an index card, put the number and the symbol, and then just put the floss on there. It kind of gets messy. It's a little unorganized, but works for me. And I have 3 of them for this project. And then I just put them in my little pocket here. Okay. So I like this because if I ever go anywhere, I can just zip it up, put it in a bag, and away I go. And I have all the floss colors I need because there's nothing worse than being like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then not having your floss. It's really annoying. It's awful. Ugh, coffee's cold. Moving on. Then I have the infamous bobbin box. I feel like before I got this box, I thought I had a ton of floss. Then I got this box, not so much. So I got bobbins, and I got the little stickers that you can put the stickers on the bobbins. And organized them. It's pretty easy. I do like the bobbin box though. One day I'll have all the DMC colors I could ever ask for, or that they make anyway. mean, you all have a bottom box. I'm not gonna go on forever about that. My foot is falling asleep so terribly. I'm full of complaints today. I mean, it's a day off. I should be very thankful. I also feel like this eye is much smaller than the other one. Whatever. Oh, I forgot something. I will be right back. Okay. I have a little bit of a haul. Pretty excited about it. This was a needle minder I bought a while ago. It's from, I think it's like Needle Minder Shops or something. I bought it on Etsy. And there's kind of a glare there, but it's just 2 little kitty cats. It's so cute. That's the one I was using. Then, Grandma Girl Designs had this needle minder, and it's so cute. It's a little paw, and it kind of, I wanted like a white one with black stripes because that's what WIP has, but this is the closest one I could find. But it's so cute. It's so cute. And I actually like it better than the other one because the magnet is stronger on this one, and it's smaller. Then, I mentioned to somebody at work that I was cross-stitching, and months ago, and she said, oh, I have a cross-stitching book that I got for my kids years ago, and they never used it. You can have it if you want. And I was like, sure. That was months ago, and I totally forgot about it. And I only go to that building where she works every 7 weeks, so I don't see her every day. Anyway, so she brought me this book. She said it's really old, so there's probably not a lot of stuff you want to do in there. But there is, because it's so, I love, okay, let me explain this. When I first started cross-stitching, I saw projects that were like small, and they said stuff like no F's to be given or whatever. And that's kind of what I wanted to start doing. And I saw samplers, and I didn't like them. I didn't like the old look. I didn't understand samplers. I didn't like it at all. Then the more I started watching Flosstube, the more I was like, I actually think I like the old school samplers, like the old ones with the cute houses or whatever. I still am not particular to people in samplers. They're kind of weird and creepy, but whatever. So, she brought me this cross-stitch book, and this is on the first page. And I think that is so cute. It's so homey, and it's so, like, I don't know, I love the colors, and I love the flowers. I don't know, it's really cute. So, that's in here. There are lots of patterns for, this girl cracks me up. She looks so angry. Like, why are you so angry? And also, what are you wearing? I like your turtleneck, dude. I don't know. She's so sad. I mean, it looks like your mom cross-stitched you a really nice pillow. I'm not exactly sure why you're so sad. Anyway, so there's stuff like that in there. This also is so cute. I love this. I don't know why, but I love it. And it has little like fonts in here, and it has I don't know, it just has a lot of cute old stuff, and I loved it. And I mean, look at this. This is 90s if I ever saw it. And I love it. I love it. It looks like, I don't even know what it looks like, but I love it. God, this girl looks sad too. Why do you look so sad? Cross-stitching's supposed to be fun. Whatever. Maybe they're sad because they're not cross-stitching. I'll go with that. I was really excited for this book. It also has little fonts, so it has different fonts, like patterns for fonts. So that's really exciting. It's called Great Cross Stitch by Sedgwood. And it's also really cute because it has this little inscription at the top. This book was given to Jessica Albers for Christmas in 1992 by Mother and Father. It's cute. I also had a piece of cloth in the back, a big piece of cloth that I just used last night. So I've been waiting to show this to you guys because it's just, I don't know. I've never seen a cross-stitch book. I've never had a cross-stitch book, and one day I'm going to do stuff in it. One day. See, like this? I don't like those people. They're weird. I don't know why. It's called Country Sampler. But I do love this, too. I don't know why. I like the cow, I think. So, that's my haul for the moment. It's actually not, but I'm going to get to that later. Let me... Okay. Now on to my WIPs. I have to take it off the Q-snap because I didn't do that before. This is my grime guard. I love it. One day I'm going to get a sewing machine, hopefully for Christmas. And sew my own grime guards because I had to wait like 3 weeks for this one. It's on Daria Makes on Etsy, and I love it, don't get me wrong. But it's from Russia, so it took forever to get here. Okay, I have one hoop, and I have one Q-snap, 11 by 11 Q-snap. I want to get an 11 by 17, but more on that later. Let me take this off the Q-snap. I'm only going to partially take it off because it's a pain in the butt to get it back on. So the last time you saw Jaws, I had the 3... Okay, you cannot see that at all. I'm just going to take it off. Excuse me. So the last time you saw Jaws, or maybe you didn't because you didn't watch my first video, which is fine. I had the first 3 pages done. God, it can't be allergies. I live in the Pacific Inland, or the Inland Northwest. It's friggin' winter. I don't know what's wrong with me. My eyes are itchy, my nose is clogged up, and whatever. So, you can't see it because it's like the same, and the lighting in here is terrible. Because I just had to do it in front of the Christmas tree. But this is a crew. So this is all filled in with stitches. So that way you can kind of see it. And then these are the first 3 pages. You can see his little eye. It's a little shark eye. So cute. And you can also see the little foot of the swimmer. I'm real excited. So since then, it's only been a couple weeks, and this is my only WIP, so it tends to go by pretty fast. But this is where I've gotten so far. So I finished, God, this is so much harder than it looks. I finished the A, and the reason it looks like there are lines is because it's been in my Q-snap, so I'm sure once I iron it out, it won't look like that. But I finished the A, and I finished one part of the W, and then I'm not used to doing this backwards. And then this top of the W. You can kind of see it, but I finished all the accrue, whatever it's called, on this page, and you can kind of see his little arm, the swimmer's little arm right here. And you can kind of see like the rest of the outline of the W. And then his little foot over here. His little foot. So that's what I've gotten in the last couple weeks. Not particularly far, but further than I anticipated, so whatever. As you can also see, this cloth is gridded. Because as I've said 18 times in this video already, I cannot count. So I gridded this cloth. It didn't take very long. Probably took like half an hour. And it has made the world of difference. I've made so much less mistakes. I think I've made 2 mistakes. And it was because I miscounted blocks. I don't know what my problem is. I literally, like, I studied statistics. I'm not terrible at math. I don't know why I can't count. But it has significantly lowered my mistake ratio and therefore saved me a ton of time because I didn't have to redo a bunch of stuff. This is my first full coverage piece. It's for my boyfriend. I asked him what he wanted, and he said he wanted the Jaws poster because we love Jaws, and that's what I did. I'm not set on it being perfect. I'm not, like, the back is not perfect. The back is messy. I don't care. No one's going to see the back of it. I'm not set on it being perfect. I'm not set on it. All my stitches are going the same way. The colors are correct. Well, not really, because DMC. Whatever. Still love you. Not gonna complain about it more. But I don't know. I'm just not set on it being perfect. It's kind of a practice piece for me, and I want to enjoy it. I don't want to like be stressed out over I don't want to be stressed out over it. I just want to enjoy it. I just want to sit on my couch and watch The West Wing or Christmas movies and stitch. I don't really care. Okay. Last night, I was sitting on my couch looking at Instagram, and I saw a stitch along. It's called Tiny Christmas Stitch Along, and it's so cute. And I loved it so much, I was like, oh my god, I have to do this. And I told my boyfriend, like, oh, I wish I had cloth. Like, I wish I had some kind of cloth. And he was like, you do? And I was like, I do? And I was like, well, I do, but that's for something else. And he was like, no, you have a big piece of cloth in that book that lady gave you. And I was like, oh my god, I do. And I don't have the exact colors for it, but I don't care because I have colors that look like it, and it's so cute. It is Tiny Christmas Style by Armada Designs. One moment. And this is what I got done last night. It is so cute. I just love how little it is. And it's perfect because I was looking for something to do for Christmas that isn't going to go past Christmas, and it's a stitch along, so every day, I don't know why I'm yelling, I'm sorry. So every day, she gives you a new piece to the pattern. This started on the 1st, so I'm like 14, 15 days behind. But it's little, and it doesn't take very long. I did this last night in like an hour. So I'm going to catch up with that, and then stitch. It's my first stitch along. I'm really excited, but it's so cute. And these aren't the exact colors that you're supposed to do, but I still think it looks really good. I also like bright colors, and the colors on the pattern are a little less bright, but I love bright colors, so really excited. It's so cute, and it's fun to stitch because it's so little. And I was just really excited that I got to start it last night because I almost made the boyfriend go to Michael's with me, and then I was like, I have cloth. Well, I guess technically he was like, you have cloth. I love it. It's so cute. So that's probably what I'm going to do today. Let's talk about 2018, because I probably won't get to do another video until the end of January when I have a week of vacation. It can't come soon enough. So, my last cross-stitch video, I talked about doing death by cross-stitch. I still am set on doing that. I have the cloth, which I might take back. I have an 18 count oatmeal color 8 o'clock. I want Death by Cross Stitch to look really good. And so I'm thinking about, I probably won't take that back. I'll probably just keep it for other projects. But it's really big. It's humongous. So I think I might buy 25 count Lugana or even weave or whatever. I think I might do it on 25 count, which is a little intimidating for me because also I have really bad eyesight up close, so I'm gonna have to wear my glasses a lot. I guess I don't want to start it and be like, this is too small for me, but I have no excuse. I don't know yet. It's another month away. That's for another day. But I bought the cloth that I might not use. I haven't bought the pattern yet. I have stuff everywhere right now. I haven't bought the pattern yet, but I did buy the color I'm gonna do. I love green and purple, and I love neon colors, but I thought that this pattern would be really obnoxious if it was a neon color, so I bought this. It's like a dark green, and I love it. It's very pretty, and I think it'll look really pretty on Death by Cross Stitch because, as you see, I love Christmas. My whole house, every inch of it, is covered in Christmas decorations. I've been buying Christmas decorations since like August, one at a time from Michael's with a 40% off coupon, and still spent too much money. But I want it to kind of be a Christmas decoration. I think I want to frame it and put it up during Christmas. I think so. That's why I chose green. Also, I love green, but I bought 2 of these, and we'll see how far that takes me. So far, I have the floss and the possible cloth, but that is it. I haven't bought the pattern yet. I told myself I wouldn't buy anything for myself until after Christmas because why spoil it? Just in case someone buys it for me. But I'm really excited to start that one. I want to get an 11 by 17 Q snap for it. I want to get a new grime guard for that. And then I'm having issues because I want to start Sprite Stitch, put out a free pattern, a bunch of free patterns of Mario. And it's the original Mario. Anyone who played Mario knows it's the original Mario world, like where you choose your levels. And so it's like a map. And it's so cute. And I'll never forget when I was like 5, the Super Nintendo came out. And my parents, who did not have the money, like when we first moved here, we moved from California when I was 4. And when we were in California, my parents made very good money. And my dad is a construction worker. And so my dad would build a house and my parents would move into it. And then they would sell it. So my mom only lived in brand new houses for a very long time. Excuse me. And then we lived in Lancaster. And anyone who is near Lancaster knows that in the early 90s, that's when all like gangs started moving in. It started getting really dangerous. And so my parents moved here. And when we moved here, it was like 8,000 people. It was really, really small. There was nothing here. And my parents loved it. And it's really safe and it's cozy. And it was like the most perfect town to grow up in. Anyway, the point of the story is when I moved up here, I was 4. So my mom took a year off of work so that they didn't have to put me in daycare or like preschool or whatever. And she stayed home with me for a year. And my dad worked for like $10 an hour supporting a family of 4. When we first moved up here, we had no money. And I don't remember it that way because my family is amazing and my parents were amazing. And like, I just remember having the best childhood ever because We always had food, we always had clothes, and we would go on drives together, and we would do fun stuff together, and I mean, so I never knew we were poor. But looking back, it's like, you could not afford that Super Nintendo for me and my sister because we had no money. And the house that we moved into at that time was like 80 years old, and it was terrible. So the plan was that they were going to move up here and flip houses. They bought this house 25 years ago, and here we are still. I actually live in it. My boyfriend and I live in it and pay all the bills. My dad got remarried and lives with his wife. So it's ours now. I love this house, though. They did remodel it. They remodeled everything but the upstairs, and it's beautiful. And it's going to be really hard to get rid of one day because my mom lived here, and her hands are all over this place, and I just have so many great memories of us four and whatever. Not to get sappy. Moving on. The whole point of that story that I'm not intend to tell was that they bought us a Super Nintendo, and so those like old Mario games just remind me of being little, and they give me comfort, and they remind me of my sister and I like fighting over who gets to be first player, and it was always her because she's the oldest. Now it had to be Luigi, whatever. So I really want to do that cross stitch, but it's really big, and I'm not sure I have the patience to do 2 really big full coverage pieces at the same time after I get done with Jaws. My goal with Jaws is to get done by March, latest April. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I also looked online and saw a bunch of ink circle patterns I want to do. This eye is so much smaller than the other one. I've never noticed it before. Maybe it's the way I'm sitting. No, it's still small. Anyway. Like I found one that was Holly Jolly Mandala, and it's like a little Christmas one. It's done on green cloth, and it's a white snowflake, and it's so cute. But I would probably save that for next Christmas too. And then there's one called Arranging the Sewing Kit that I love because it reminds me of my grandma. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. And then there's one called KitchenAid. And I got a KitchenAid last year for Christmas from my boyfriend. I told you, he is so thoughtful. And so I thought about doing that one too. So there's a bunch of ink circle ones I want to do. And so the point of this was plans for 2018. Undecided. TBD. I guess. Anyway. I have one more thing to show you. As I told you, my sister is a big art person. She also loves making lists. She's very organized. She looks organized. But she's very organized, and she loves making lists, and she loves planning things. She loves having a planner, whatever. So I was thinking about it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, man, my life is so unorganized. I need something where everything I need is in one place. Kind of like a Midori, but not, because I don't like the look of them. But, so she showed me her planner. I might have made fun of her. I told her that it looks like a serial killer map, because it did. And I'm not gonna lie, it was insane. It was insane. It was like half bullet journal, half regular journal, and looking at it gave me anxiety because it was way too much. Anyway, so I told her, I was like, for Christmas, if you could please design me a journal, and I need cross-stitching stuff in it and sewing stuff in it, and like every 2 weeks I make a dinner menu and then make my grocery list off of it, so I need something in there, and I need other lists and whatever. So, before I show this to you, last time I told you how much I love the movie Goodfellas. If you've never seen Goodfellas, it's a gangster movie with Ray Liotta and Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro and a bunch of other good names. But it's a gangster movie, so it's a little gory and offensive at times. So there is a part in Goodfellas, and the only reason I'm telling you this, there's a reason. There's a part in Goodfellas where Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta, and someone else I think, kill a guy. And they put him in the trunk of their car, and they go to Joe Pesci's mom's house to get a shovel so they can bury him. When they go to his mom's house, his mom, she's really old, and she wakes up and she makes them have dinner, and they're like having dinner and drinking wine and joking and laughing, all while there's a dude in their trunk. And Joe Pesci's mom shows them a painting that she did, and they talk about it and whatever. So that is the cover of my bullet journal. Or I guess it's not a bullet journal, it's just a regular journal. But that's the painting. And I love it because Joe Pesci's like, oh, one dog's looking this way, the other dog's looking this way. I don't know. I just love it. And it's kind of an inside joke between me and my sister and my brother-in-law. Like, we always joked about, like, getting a big print of this and, like, framing it. And only, like, super fans of Goodfellas would understand where it came from. So that's that. So, on the inside, I have, like, contact information. I got washi tape and some stickers and stuff and, like, decorated it. This is a Great Gatsby quote. I've been drunk for about a week now, and I thought it might sober me up to sit in the library. I just love that because I love libraries, and I sometimes love getting drunk. And this is a Kurt Vonnegut quote. Do you realize that all great literature is all about what a bummer it is to be a human being? Isn't it such a relief to have somebody say that? And I love that quote because it's true. So, and then I have like another one over here. And then I have, let me get to January because I actually decorated January. My month, it has my month in it. And I decorated it. And it has like bills and birthdays and whatever you need in there. And my vacation. And then it has my monthly to do. So on this month I have like Christmas presents I need to get and whatever. I have 2 pages of this. So 2 pages. This is my menu for the week and what to bake for Christmas. And then my grocery list, which is dependent on the menu. The women I work with are always like, you're so organized. How do you do that? And they're also a lot older than me. And I feel like, how do you go grocery shopping if you don't know what you're having for dinner? I don't get it. So whatever. Then I have my cross-stitching goals and ideas. And then I have sewing goals and ideas. Things to buy. Sewing machine. Top of the list. And then I have 2 little pages for a journal for the month. Because I like to write stuff down. Like, we went and got a Christmas tree today. By the way, we cut this tree down. It was on private land. It wasn't illegal. But we cut this tree down. It was like Griswold family Christmas out there because hiked and hiked and hiked and couldn't find any trees. They're very deceiving because they grow like next to each other and they look really full, but they're not. They're actually not full at all. So we found this guy by himself. Don't make fun of me. I'm a little hippie-ish. I felt really bad for cutting the tree down because trees have souls too. So I said a little prayer for the tree, and I thanked nature for the tree, and it was so funny because we were leaving, and I said, thank you, nature, for the beautiful Christmas tree and all the enjoyment it will bring us this year, and we are going, I promise right now, to plant a tree in the spring to make up for the tree I took. And I looked at my boyfriend and I said, thank nature for the Christmas tree. And he said, thank you, nature. And I said, and now promise it that we will plant a new tree. And he said, we'll plant a new tree. He puts up with so much. He's such a marvelous man. Anyway, so then I have a list in the back of dinner ideas. So these are like all the dinners that we have with sides and vegetables, and I got washi tape. I'm not done decorating all of this, but I got little washi tape. Decorated that. Things to buy. So these are things that I want to buy that I don't have money for at the moment. Right now, gray sweatshirt and jewelry. Then things for our home, a little list that we need to buy stuff for our home. One day and soon. And then projects to complete. And books to read. Movies to buy. As you know, my boyfriend and I are super into movies. So that's movies to buy list. And then I have a bunch of stuff like Easter planning, Halloween planning, Thanksgiving planning, Christmas planning. Then in the back, further in the back, I have this handy dandy little guy. And he opens up and I can put stuff in there. And then I have this little pocket that I put like receipts. And if Chris and I go to, Chris, my boyfriend, if we go to like a museum and we want to keep something from there or what have you, then we have, it's in here. Like we went to the Titanic Museum, and so I kept our little tickets. And then I have this folder also bound to it, and it has Michael's coupons in it, but things I don't want to fold. And then so my sister like made the inserts for me. I went to Staples, bound it in 15 minutes. It was $5. And now I carry it everywhere with me, and I love it, and I write everything in it all the time. That wasn't really cross-stitch related, except for the cross-stitch page, but I'm really happy, and I wanted to show you everybody it. Okay. I also have my list of stuff I need to talk about in here. One moment, please. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a really fast tag that I wasn't tagged to do, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a rule breaker like that. And then that will be the end of the video. And I'm really happy I got to do this because I've been waiting because I have so much stuff to show you. And I don't think I forgot anything. So, this is Tina Simply in Stitches tag. 5 questions, 1 take. I don't know how to edit videos, so this is all 1 take. First question, if you had a 1-year paid sabbatical, where would you go and why? This is a really hard question. Chris and I have this dream to go to Germany and spend like a month there. And I think that's probably my #1 destination. It's to like fly into Brussels and rent a car and just drive across the country and not make any plans and not have anything, you know, if we want to stay here, we'll stay here. If we don't, we'll leave and we'll sleep in the car if we have to, whatever. Like, I just think that would be so much fun and it would be amazing. And if I got paid to do it, it would be even more amazing. Also, though, I just love Germany because, well, I don't know if I love Germany. I think I would love Germany. I live anywhere in Europe, really, because I want to see, I'm a pretty big history buff, so I want to see these places that I've read so much about, and I want to see cathedrals and castles and churches and paintings and clay, like pottery that was made, and I want to go to museums, and I just want to be in that culture really bad, and I want to, you know, stay in little villages and little towns and see how they actually live, and something about Germany calls to me really bad. But also like Newfoundland, like the Netherlands, I really want to go there too, like Sweden and Iceland and Greenland. But Germany, probably the first choice. Also though, in May for my birthday, Chris and I went to the Oregon coast. And I've been to the Oregon coast before, but I was really little and I don't really remember it. But we went there and it was amazing. It was so perfect. Our hotel was like right on the ocean, and it was just, we love the ocean. Chris grew up near the ocean. Well, like a few hours away, but closer than me. And we both just love the ocean. There's something like soul, like it just rejuvenates your soul. It like heals your soul. And it's so beautiful and amazing there. So a little part of me would say that I'd want to go on a paid sabbatical and just sit next to the ocean all day, every day, and just do anything I want near the ocean. I don't eat seafood though, so that's a little rough. Chris loves seafood, so he was in heaven. I ate a lot of chicken strips. Anyway, moving on. Your favorite teacher and why? So I would have to say in high school I had a history teacher. His name was Mr. Edmonds, and he was amazing, and he was really smart, and he was so calm and so passionate about what he did, and he would always talk about how he was going to be a scholar, and just basically like travel Europe and learn for the rest of his life, which sounds like my dream. But then he met his wife, and so he got married and had kids and became a teacher. And I respect him for that, because I feel like he's changed a lot of lives doing that. And he was just a cool guy, and he was really passionate about history, and he was very, very smart, and he I don't know, I think he maybe made me believe in myself a little more, and he made me push myself a little more, and he was just a cool guy. So, and he's still teaching. Also, I had a college professor. Her name was Dr. Tracy Craig, and she was the smartest freaking person I've ever met in my life. I took social psychology from her and psychology of women, and she was strict, but she was so smart. She was so smart, and she is really the one that taught me how to critically engage in my environment and critically engage in what I'm doing, and how to question things and how to research things thoroughly and how to form opinions of things. And she's really the one that gave me my motivation for school and to do better with my life. Obviously, hasn't gotten that far, but whatever. Third question, 3 things you're good at besides stitching. Not much. I'm a pretty good cook and a pretty good baker. My poor roommate had to endure a lot of terrible meals when I was learning, but I've gotten better. I'm actually very good at school. I'm good at studying, I'm good at learning, I'm good, and that's not something, it sounds lame and it sounds weird, but it's a thing. A lot of people are really bad at studying, and I'm actually really good at it. So I'm good at school. And this also sounds weird and lame, but I am very good at throwing parties. The key to throwing a good party is keep your guests entertained, otherwise they will leave. Majority of the time, my parties, I don't know what's going on here. The majority of the time, my parties are fun and amazing, and everyone has a good time. So, there you go. Also, another good key is music. And I swear to God, if you come to one of my parties and change my music, the playlist I've been working on forever, I'm going to flip out. Moving on. Number 4. Do you cook? And what meal are you known for? I do cook. I make a very good pot roast. The secret ingredient is A1 sauce, but I just put it in the crock pot and let it roll. I'm also very good at what we call Santa Fe chicken sandwiches. It's just like breaded chicken that I fry with roasted Anaheim peppers and honey cream cheese on a toasted bun. I usually make it with like pastaroni, and it's real good. I feel like those are the 2 main things I make really well. What I like cooked for me, my favorite meal on the planet is buffalo wings. I love them, and my boyfriend makes the best ones ever. And I'm not going to tell you how he makes them because I don't know if he wants me to indulge that information, but they are so good. They're so good, and they're healthy because, secret, he barbecues them. And oh my God, they're so good. They're so delicious. So that's my favorite thing that he makes. he also makes the most delicious guacamole I've ever eaten in my life. He grew up in Southern California. And so his whole family knows how to make Mexican food. And his mom makes pozole. Oh my friggin' God. It's so good. It's so spicy. His mom and sister are amazing cooks. But he makes really good guacamole. It's so good. Number 5, my favorite cross-stitch designer. I don't really have one because I haven't done that much cross-stitching. But I would have to say, as of the moment, I love ink circles because I really love their little kitchen and sewing designs. I also like Long Dog Sampler, where Death by Cross Stitch comes from, and I plan on Monday doing more of their patterns one day. So that's it for my second cross stitch video or Flosstube video. And I'm really glad if you're still with me. I'm really happy that you're still with me. And I'll do my third one sometime in January. Hopefully I have some more stuff to show you. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. And I hope you have lots of family time. And I hope it's a little more relaxing than usual. So thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.